Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here, and you are welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching, and welcome to Saturday's edition of the dceu Daily. It's the dceu show everyone's talking about, everyone's envious of, and just about 100 people come in for it. But apart from that, everyone's talking about it. So before I start on another Superman Henry Cavill rant, we got a few updates, exciting updates, as Comic-Con is dominated by Release the Snyder Cut. Can you hear those tears from Collider? Can you? Are they still crying? Are they still bitching? Of course they are, because we are great, we are righteous, we are fantastic. And now, was it yesterday, we had a banner, Release the Snyder Cut banner, that this movement collected money from all of us to do that, and that was a proud moment. We've got, bus stop banners, we've got a poster right opposite Hall H. It's a glorious weekend. It's really fantastic. I mean, despite me thinking that Comic-Con San Diego has actually lost its edge a bit, there's a lot of people who've dropped out. Baden Wise from the Game of Thrones Hall H panel, a few actors as well from there. Ruby Rose won't be showing up as well. I'm a bit suspicious about that. But so I do think that this year Comic-Con has lost a little bit, but it's still an exciting time for a lot of fans, and I think it was the right move to get these Release the Snyder Cut banners from there. Also, Michael Giacchino was having a bit of a laugh with his good friend Matt Reeves, who of course will be who has written The Batman and will be directing the movie, and they're starting filming next year. And there's been a lot of rumours that Giacchino will actually score The Batman. Now, I'm a big fan of Giacchino. A few people say, well, he's not in my top 5 composers. He is in mine, because the Alias and Lost scores, especially the Lost score, is one of the best score I have ever heard in my life. The man's music is full of soul and emotion and character. So anyway, he got all these fans. He held up his phone and got all these fans to say, don't fuck up the Batman, Matt. So Matt Reeves tweeted while showing this video saying, no pressure then. So it's good that Matt is got a bit of humour about this. He doesn't take himself too seriously. I think we could have a lot of kind of posts from him personally as he is on Twitter while he's filming the Batman. So that's really, really, really exciting. Also, I told you the other day that Quentin Tarantino's cinematographer, whose name I can't remember, whose name actually escaped me. Yes, the name escaped me. Ran away and got away from me. Anyway, he claims to the Hollywood Reporter that it's a load of crap. He's not doing it. Not that he actually said that he was actually going to be involved with Ben Affleck's The Batman. So what a shame, because he's one of the top cinematographers in the game. So that's not happening either. He said he'd love to do a Superman film as well. So he's definitely a comic book superhero fan. Right. Henry Cavill was at Hall H yesterday promoting the Netflix show The Witcher. And he looks fantastic. He looks awesome. He looks like Superman, because he is Superman. Oh yes, he was asked, of course, by someone in the crowd, are you still Superman? And this is one of these sad moments where I can't do graphics, where I can't show you it, and it's a shame. But he literally nods and then cheekily smiles. Now, Heroic Hollywood said it was a nervous reaction. It wasn't. He quite clearly can't do much rather than nod his head and smile. So Henry is still the Batman? That's a big rumour. That's going to get a few views. Henry is still Superman. That's clear. But what is Warner Brothers thinking? Now, if you remember, we've discussed this many times before, during the marketing for Mission Impossible Fallout, you couldn't shut Henry up about a Superman movie and what he wanted to do with it. Now he's not saying very much, but he did post another Superman-centric picture over on his Instagram account. If you want to follow him on Instagram, it's merely Henry Cavill. So it was another cheeky one, bit hard to describe it, but it was a little Superman surrounded by these guys in capes. So maybe he saw some guys in capes around San Diego and he thought, yeah, this is cool. So he continues to link himself in with Superman with his little hints and his little jokes. I think he's still Superman. I think he's at least been told he's still Superman. But here's the thing for me, and here's the big thing for me. Warner Brothers, you've got to stop blaming Superman for the failure of Justice League. Kevin Sugihara failed Justice League. That film was going to be an epic part of Zack Snyder's 5-art plan, and you allowed him to kibosh the whole thing. How you can blame Superman for that, I don't know. But now, you have a responsibility. You own the Superman IP, the DC IP, but it doesn't mean you get to hold on to it and not say anything. We are the fans who have kept Superman alive for over, 7 decades? Not me personally, because I haven't been around for 7 decades. That will make me 70, wouldn't it? And I'm only 46. I may look older first thing in the morning because I haven't done my hair or had a shower, shave, or brushed my teeth. Horrible, isn't it? Fancy doing a YouTube video and not looking your best. Fuck it. Everyone else does it, don't they? But anyway, right. So there's a responsibility from the studio to stop keeping quiet. You know, when you've got the guy who's meant to be your Superman, who can only smile and nod his head, that says something about what's going on here. And this is beginning to really jar me. Now, I don't want to be aggressive towards you, Warner Brothers, because at the end of the day, and I don't want to start swearing, because during your legal battles over, the rights of Superman with the Siegel-Schuster heirs, I was defending you to a lot of people. A lot of people wanted you to lose those rights, and I didn't. I said Warner Brothers are a great company. They want to represent Superman properly. They want to make a movie. They did a great job with Smallville. But the truth is, even when we go back to the last 3 seasons of Smallville, you have been failing that character. You failed that character with Superman Returns because you didn't oversee the project properly. You didn't convince Singer to just make his own movie rather than a bit of Donna and a bit of his thing. And then you never allowed him to have his sequel. You should have let him make up for his mistakes because that Brainiac movie was going to be amazing. And the only reason Man of Steel and the DCEU ever got made is because David S. Goyer had an idea for a Superman movie. And, of course, because of your respect and, love for Christopher Nolan, because he's made you a lot of bank, that happened. That's the only reason it happened. Then you realise, well, let's do a franchise. Let's try and at least compete with Disney here. And that's the only reason we even got Man of Steel. And where are we now? Where are we now from the moment that Justice League bombed? It seems to me that you have blamed Superman for this whole failure. You blame him because what? You allowed that horrible upper lip CG. And there was a lot of it, wasn't it? It wasn't just at the start of the film with the mobile phone footage. There was a lot there. It was bad. But that's not Superman's fault. That's not Henry Cavill's fault. That's your fault. That's Kevin Sugihara's fault. Don't rob us of Superman. Who do you think you are, giving Superman a rest? Why? Because you messed the character up in Justice League. You never allowed Zack to give us the awesome Superman he was going to give us in Justice League, warts and all. So now you're sitting there saying, we're going to rest Superman. We're going to do a Supergirl movie. It's not good enough. I'm fed up, Warner Brothers, of having to rant about what you're doing with Superman within media. We saw what you did with him last year in the Arrowverse crossover. Kara's my favourite Kryptonian. Who needs Superman? We have Supergirl. Nah, none of this. And now you've announced that Brandon Routh is playing Kingdom Come Superman, which should be really exciting. I did a video about it yesterday. Check it out. It's very angry. It's very, very, to the point. But when it comes to Superman, I am very passionate. Superman deserves a great movie. Now, Warner Brothers, I have great ideas for a Superman movie. I'm happy to be your consultant for absolutely free. I'm happy to work with Patty Jenkins as the director. I think she would do a great job. And I think we could get a couple of good DC writers in to do a great screenplay, like you allowed Ezra to do as well. I think we can do something special, but Superman deserves a great movie. You owe Superman a great movie. And we have to stop this. Superman should not be rested. I know it's not fashionable to do great male heroes now, and it's all about the women, and it's all about minorities, but sorry, Superman is the greatest. He deserves a great movie. So I don't know if you've got any plans, but if you haven't, you have to start making plans. I want to see a Superman movie. I want to see this guy cameo in every single DCEU film, which was the original plan. But then you stopped it. I don't know what happened with the negotiations with Henry for Shazam. What a mess that was, right? Great movie, then you ruin it by putting a fake Superman body double in there. Come off of it. Come off. Your characters, your DC characters deserve better. Now, I think that Walter Hamada and New Line Cinema are doing a great job with their vision for the future of DC movies as a whole. And I'm on that train and I'm excited. But Superman must have a great movie. He deserves a great movie. It's the least he deserves. So give Superman and his fans the movie they deserve.